Okay. Ooh, look at you. Sexy, sexy lady.
Let's stick to the recording topic.
Go back to the sexy look. Why are you putting on look like that?
Because this is not about me. This is about teaching the individuals who are watching this video.
All right, put on the sexy look. Come on. 1, 2, 3. You have to put it on so people can see.
Well, you're making me laugh. Just stop. Let's get to the topic.
Stop laughing. Come on. Put it on. Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Video time.
By the way,
Sorry.
we have our son here, Champ. He's our youngest son. And I asked him to join us because he's curious about the spiritual realm. And he practices, I don't know how often he does, but he practices. He'll join us in this conversation. We've had a lot of requests about people asking, saying that they know that they can do what we do, okay, as far as the spiritual realm.
Right.
And of course they're right, because there's nothing special about us. Everybody can do what we do. So I want to make that clear. But then they're asking, well, will you guys train me, And some people just keep asking, like, okay.
Yes, please send me the name of a book, or send me to a recording, or, courses I should take. What should I do?
So that's why we're making this recording.
Okay.
Right? Because we want to explain some things to everybody so we're all on the same page. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
Okay. So, folks, first of all, the reason why we were guided to even start these video series is because the time will come, all of you are getting trained, by the way, whether or not you know it, you are being trained. Okay, you are being prepared. And we already have some individuals that are farther along in their training. However, there are certain steps you have to go through. So it's not like you come in, this is not one of those where you come in and pay whatever people charge for training and come in for a weekend and then we give you some lectures and things no. You have to first develop yourself spiritually. And whatever challenges you have, we have to help you deal with those. And once those challenges are dealt with, then we continue the journey now on helping you to unlock your innate ability to heal, to communicate with your spirit guides or with the spiritual realm. Right?
Okay, yes. That's our approach. But then what about these individuals out there who are telling people that, oh, you don't need help from anyone, you can do it all yourself. You just have to focus and breathe and do whatever you feel you should do within and you'll get there immediately. A lot faster than having someone help you.
Do you want me to answer that question?
Yes, please.
Well, I've never done it by myself, so I don't know. Maybe they're right. Gautama Buddha did it by himself. He went under a tree.
But Jesus had training.
But we're not talking about Jesus. We're talking about Gautama Buddha, who did it by himself.
But I want people to understand that, even though so many individuals say that you can do all of this by yourself, there are times when, I know for me, I really could use the help because I don't know exactly how to do all of the healing work and clearing work and everything that needs to be done on myself in order for me to get to where I need to go. So to help me on my journey, I'm grateful for my husband to be here. And sometimes you might require the help of an outside individual in order to get to where you need to go.
No, you're right about that. I also see though where some people might think there are individuals that are natural, right? We talk about that.
Oh yes, they're born that way.
You have to reach a certain state. We talk about that as well, the alpha state. And some people, as we found, like myself, I'm just naturally there pretty much most of the time.
And my husband used to think, well, you just do it. He used to tell me that, just do it. And I'd be like, just do what?
Exactly.
I don't get it. And maybe that's where some of those individuals are coming from because they can just naturally do it. They think everybody can do it, but not everybody is open enough.
That's a very good point. That's probably what's happening. They just figure, just sit there and imagine this and it happens. And like myself, I thought that that's how simple it was. And then I had the awakening once we started reaching out to other people. And I started understanding, no, there's steps to this. Of course, by the time they explain it, I can already do it. But now I know, but there are actually steps you can take to get there, right? And that's when you started to develop faster. Because you learn from these folks, take this step, try this, try that.
Right.
So you're right. Even for myself, when we started, or when I started, because you told me to go do it, I had to reach out to people, right? Just so they could test me and see if what I was experiencing was real, because of course I wondered.
And you wondered if what you were doing was even accurate.
Well, that was the thing. Right?
Having the confirmation from those individuals helped a whole lot.
But that's because I doubted. Maybe, what if they don't doubt?
Right.
Maybe they don't need to go reach out to somebody. Does that make sense, Sean?
It does.
Right? What are your thoughts on this? You just want to come closer and speak up.
Well, I do believe that people are born with this ability. But then for the people who aren't, I think there is a way you could do it by yourself, but it'd be a much harder task. Like for me, I'm very glad you've been helping me to develop my abilities, because I've been doing this for 2 years now with you.
Right.
2 years now, and it's been rough sometimes, but you've been able to help me through that. And on my own, I would have been lost, just completely lost, and I probably would have just strayed away. So
Probably discouraged, right?
yeah, very discouraged.
So that's true. Again, it goes back to the individual. You could do it. I know for sure there are probably people. No, I don't know for sure, but I think that there are people that can figure it out on their own. Well, like myself, how many training have I gotten, or how much training have I gotten?
Hardly any.
But that's what you think. But I get trained by the Ascended Masters.
Right, you do.
So that's the
told what to
difference,
do from there.
right? So I don't get trained by human beings, but Saint Germain, Amoria, Jesus, Mother Mary.
You have spirit to come through
Exactly.
to help you and train you.
Right? It's just that I had to reach out to people in the beginning to find out if, when I thought Moses was there, that he really was there, right? Or if I think Jesus is talking to me, that I'm not nuts. I'm not imagining,
Right.
Maybe I drank too much vodka or something. I had too much weed. Big ganja sticker.
That's a double one.
No worries. I'll have my husband rewatch that video about alcohol, tobacco, and drugs, okay?
So anyway, but once that got clarified, once the lady tested me, and I appreciate her testing me. I won't say her name here, right? Just in case, I don't know. But if she ever watches this, she'll know.
Yes. We don't have her permission to mention her, but...
Right, exactly. Once she tested me, I said, you really are, this is accurate information. Then I knew, okay, I'm ready to kind of help some other people now. So going back to how we started, people do want to learn, and some people are sort of in a hurry.
Yes.
So they can do, I guess, one of three things, maybe. One, they can go sign up for some course with somebody, have somebody train them. Because there are a lot of people out there that will train you.
Oh, yes.
They can work with us, as in follow us on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else. And as we continue and we start working with them and helping them balance their lives or their life, then they get to the point where they start to see development, because we don't help them develop. It's just that as they start to get cleared from all these things holding them back, they start to realize, wait a minute, I can do this. I'm experiencing this, I'm experiencing that, right? That's really how it goes. They're thinking that we'll have a weekend seminar with them or a workshop. No, it's just with the work that's done, your natural abilities will start to come through. That's it. So this is different than what other people think. So that's the second approach. The third approach is they can just do it on their own, go get some books, watch YouTube videos or wherever else. And
just do lots and lots of practice.
And see if that works. Because you're watching this video, I recommend that you work with us, and then we will gradually get you there. But it's all about patience. You will get there, but just know that we follow the guidance that we're given by the Ascended Masters, and that's the road we're taking you on. So each person's journey is different. Somebody might be told to read a book. Somebody might be given certain decrees to say. Other people will spend more time doing spiritual work, healing work on them. And that's all we spend time doing for the most part.
And the time is different for everyone. Some people, it's fairly quick, weeks, months, and then they're starting to get to their training. But other individuals, it could take longer than that. Depends on what you are dealing with and what you have to get cleared and taken care of for yourself.
Now, somebody might be asking, well, how much will this cost me? It doesn't cost you anything but time. You have to put in the time and the commitment. and then you have to be accountable to us. And I say have to because if you're not, then we stop working with you. That's what we require of you.
If we don't hear from you, how can we help you?
Exactly. All right. So that's our requirement. You have to respond. You have to give us feedback. All right. That's how you pay for your training and any help that we give you. Now we appreciate all the individuals that keep surprising us, but all of a sudden we see a donation being made.
Right.
We thank God for that. Like my wife will say, "Oh, this money came in from here, and this person gave a donation." We appreciate that because it helps us to know that the work is appreciated and whatever.
And you
help
place
we can give you
value
guys-
on it for
Exactly.
yourself.
Right. So we appreciate that, but that's not something that you have to do. But you have to be accountable.
Yes.
Even the folks that give us, actually the folks that send donation are very accountable.
They are. They give regular updates, and sometimes they send updates 2 or 3 times a day.
Exactly.
Which is very, very helpful for us to know exactly where you are on your journey.
So guess what? I have an idea.
What's that?
For you folks that are not being accountable, start giving donations. Because it seems like the
Maybe
ones
they'll
that give
become more
donations,
accountable.
they become more
If I have to pay, I'm not gonna. I'll just give the accountability report instead.
And that's the way it seems to work. Everybody that's accountable to us, like give us, they send donations. Like, and multiple donations. It's not like one time.
Right.
It's like they send donations, so they send accountability. Amazing. Anyway, that's not the issue.
No.
So how do we go about doing this? You know, what approach do we take? We talk about how somebody might have to get spiritual help. Everybody goes through the spiritual help part first.
Right.
We're working with, right?
Right.
And then from there we talk about, okay, this is what we're guided to give you, or this is what we're guided to do on your behalf. And then all of a sudden we say, hey, listen, here now, you're gonna start with this. And we send a recording of some kind, or a decree of some kind, or something, and then
Whatever we're
doing
guided
that.
to send, we send to you, and that's the start. And you just continue following through, doing what's requested of you to do.
For example, we have one lady that just contacted us. I don't know from where, but the one that we just sent the Violet Flame to, she just contacted us like a week or 2 ago. And normally we don't do it that quickly.
I think she's from
I don't know.
Arizona.
I don't know.
I don't
Wherever she's
remember.
from. But the point is that almost right away we were told, send this to her, have her do this. In the meantime, we're getting some things done with her and her family to get them ready. You know? Now, folks, again, just to reiterate, everybody's a light bearer. Everybody is a
light being.
light being. Everybody's a star person or whatever that is.
Star seed.
Whatever the name, the term is, okay, and it's positive. Don't label yourself. Just know that you're made in the image of God.
Doesn't matter where you come from. Anything else.
And that whatever the ascended masters have done in the past, like Jesus, heal, and everything else, you can do that as well because he told us that. And Jesus doesn't lie. But you don't have to have a specific name like empath or medium or healer. You don't need any of that nonsense, okay?
Labels are not necessary.
They're not. All you know is that you are made in the image of God, you're a spiritual being, and all you're doing is you're going to unleash the power of your spirituality. There you go. We should make a t-shirt. The spiritual beast. It comes out, right? Unleash the spiritual beast that's inside, or whatever it is. Anyway, our time is going. So now, the next thing I want to say is that there are different ways of, or somebody might be comfortable working a different way when it comes to spirituality, right?
Right.
For example, just with us, we know that just in the healing alone, we heal different ways. Right? And right?
Most definitely.
Okay, like
Well,
give your input there.
I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, it's easier for me to visualize energy going to whatever I need to heal. And in doing so, it takes place a lot faster than me using other methods.
Okay. So see, that's just one way, right? Learning how to deal with that energy and how to direct it. That's one way. Another way is, and this is something I will teach individuals, and you'll see, you might choose one of them. I use all the methods depending on how I feel. We have the pendulum method, right? Where we use a pendulum,
Right.
And
Yes.
it's a fantastic method because it bypasses a lot of frequencies that are out there, and it connects with where it's supposed to go. So later on, we'll teach you how to use that as well to accomplish certain things. Now, you can see a lot of YouTube videos about that. Please don't go and get one and try to follow the YouTube. It's not that simple, okay? There's more to it than that, than what you
Right.
see on YouTube.
My husband was given a lot of training. All of a sudden, he'd just get up in the middle of the night and start writing notes or just start talking about something like, oh, he's like, and this is what I was told. This is how I'm supposed to do this. So he was given a lot of training and guidance on how to effectively use every one of the methods he was trained on. But in this case, we're talking about the pendulum. So.
Yeah, but don't make it sound so exclusive. Because
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying that you got this training so you could help others to learn it as well. So
Oh, okay.
even though they might want to go and just pull up any video on YouTube to watch, you know,
They can.
they can.
But that's not how we do it.
Right.
All right, we do it differently. We do it differently, and I believe that what we do is quite effective. So, then we also have the method where we use light, different colors of light, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one that we use, and that's something that later on we'll also, again, that comes later. We're just giving you the different ways that we deal with healings, and then of course the light deals with, that's just light colors, like different frequencies of light, but then we also have frequencies,
Right.
which is one of my favorites, right?
I also use that a lot.
Okay, you want to,
Well, whenever I feel sick and I don't feel like using light, I just use different frequencies to
Okay.
get rid of the disease in my body. And that works pretty well for me.
this is a teenager, by the way, just to let you know, just turned a teenager, and here he is. Are you a teenager? Yes, you're a teenager.
Yes.
Okay, right. He's a teenager now. All right, in the teens. But he's experimenting. You know, I remember one time he got injured in one of the soccer practices.
Yes.
And he went to the side. I started looking down and grabbing his ankle, and I knew that he was applying some of the techniques that he's been taught. And these are the things that you'll be taught. Now, I don't do things hands-on. I don't like touching people. All right. I just
My husband prefers all remote work.
Yeah.
It works best for him.
So I'm just too sexy. If I go around people,
Oh man.
they can't stand themselves around me. So then I'd rather not be around them, so I don't stop their healing, right?
It makes sense.
You know, we actually had a viewer asking if you do a reveal of what you look like. So,
Oh, really?
yes,
Just one viewer?
one viewer so far. Well,
not
that's
good. That's
on
not enough.
YouTube. We've had it in other media, but one recently. Anyway, getting back to the topic.
So,
One day he'll reveal himself.
The point is that with healing, because you learn to communicate with the spirit guides of the other individual and the angels, and they're the ones that actually do the healing. Just so you know, it's your spirit guides that help you heal and your higher self. It's not us. All we're
Don't do
doing
it.
is we're communicating with them so that they do the work. You know, because even though they know what to do, they still have to be told what to do. It's interesting. You'd think that wouldn't be the case, but that's really how it works. Angels can be there, or the angels are there, but they're not really allowed to step in and do anything unless we give them the okay. And that's why they need a human being there to tell them, okay, it's okay to go do it. And then they go do it. You seem surprised, Jim.
Almost like a computer in a way. It's like the
Pretty
data's
much.
there and you just have to access it and tell it what to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Push the button, you know, type in the command, then the computer does it. It's something similar. Very good analogy. You know, very good analogy. And so that's part of how the healing process goes, right? Then of course we have another technique for healing, which I won't go into a lot here, but it goes back to like visualizing. It's using visualization as well.
Yes.
But they all work, and that's why I wanted to bring that up. I don't believe that there's one technique that's better than the other, and I'm just some of the ones that we apply.
Right.
I'm sure there are a whole bunch more out there that people use. Okay, unless if we're guided, we don't normally give people medication or
Herb supplements or anything
like
else,
that,
right?
even though we've been guided to do that in the past. All right,
For
So-
specific situations.
that's correct. So if you're not guided, if we don't tell you that you should take a supplement, you don't have to ask us, because we only do so if we receive guidance that you should take some supplement.
Right.
Now, from what I've seen, normally the people that take supplements are given supplements or some type of medication are individuals that believe that they need medication. They need to take medication to feel better. And that's why they're given that. They're given that. Because think about it. It's God working on you. Why does he need medication? He really doesn't, right?
Right.
But for some people, it helps them, I guess, feel better. So then it's given. Next thing is this. There are times when you might be told, go see this doctor. Or go to the hospital. You can talk about that. You've seen examples of that.
Oh yes, we've had individuals who call who was having one lady in particular who was having, I think it was rash, and it just wasn't going away no matter what she was doing, no matter what my husband, the work was that he was doing on her. So he finally just asked, okay, what is it exactly that she's supposed to be doing? And he was told that she's supposed to go see a doctor. And so she made an appointment, went and saw the doctor. The doctor prescribed some kind of topical ointment, and the lady called my husband right away and told her what took place.
That told me,
No,
not her.
Told my husband what took place. Sorry, I can't remember the whole story. And it turned out that...
No, then she asked if she should take the
Right, she asked if she should take the medication, and the answer was no, she didn't need to. That what she had to do was go and balance with the karma with the doctor that she had seen.
Or whomever, I don't know if it was a doctor or nurse practitioner.
Yeah, it was
but whomever
someone in the medical field.
Right.
And sure enough, within a day or two, the rash was almost completely gone.
Wow.
And she got healed
She was healed.
without taking medication.
Right.
So there are times that that's necessary, but of course we don't know that. But if we receive that guidance, please just follow it. Because some people, they're so against Western medicine. They think, oh, those doctors are bad. I don't want to deal with them.
Right.
But there are times when they're actually guided to go there. You know, and we don't know what the reason is. Just go. You know, just follow the guidance. We'll find out later on why. And in many cases, to balance karma, really, is the way it seems. Because we've had it happen 2 or 3 times. Sometimes it's for the benefit of the person or their loved ones.
Right.
If the loved ones
Right.
believe in Western medicine, we've seen that as well, right?
We have.
Where
They're
so
guided
believe
to
in
go
Western
to different
right.
doctors and to get different, how do you call that when you're, opinions from
Right.
different doctors, because the family members are so concerned, even though the individual we're working with, they're not concerned at all, but we're told, for the benefit of your family, you need to go and see all these different doctors just to help ease them so that they understand what's going on.
Not even for them to understand, just that they can feel more comfortable with what's happening.
Oh, yes.
Is really
that's
what
the
it
right way
is.
to say it.
So that happens, and as far as the medium part goes, as you clear the karma, as we help you balance things, you will be able to communicate with your higher self and your spirit guides. So that will come, but there is no special training. It's just things being done from here that helps you progress spiritually.
And then things that you'll start to do yourself that will help you progress as well. Okay, hopefully this has helped you to understand what you can do to help yourself and how we'll be assisting you. Remember, our YouTube channel is 190 Vision, our website is 190vision.com, Instagram is also 190 Vision, as well as Facebook. We'll see you again.